Hello everybody, it's that college football guy here with another video, as promised from yesterday. I did upload my top 25 video, but unfortunately it took until like 2 o'clock in the morning Eastern for it actually to hit YouTube. I apologize for that, but I made that video. I promised today that I would give, and by the time I got done with, okay, slow down. I had to work a team driver with somebody. I mentioned that earlier and in the video earlier on. And I said I explained why in this video. So, by the time I got him to his truck, and I got a chance to sit down, it was after the games had already started. Their first game had already started. So I'm like, there's no sense doing predictions because it's going to look stupid. Hell, I might upload right after the game's already been played. There's no point. So we'll do predictions for today's games, the 2 games today, and I'll tell you what's been going on for the past few days and why everything got screwed up. Life of a trucker. You'll be finding out. Okay. First off, the game that made me shake... Actually, before I even get started on that, one thing I'm going to start doing on this channel is... I should have done it a couple weeks ago to congratulate Liberty, and they won again yesterday, and the other now 7-0. Liberty making a bowl game. Congratulating teams who are now bowl eligible. Congratulations have to get out to Jacksonville State. First year in FBS, their very first year. And yesterday with their victory, they're now bowl eligible. So first ever year in FBS and you're a bowl eligible team. That is an incredible accomplishment. Congratulations. Now, let's get to the 2 games. And the one I saw, this is just stupid. Florida International, who's 3-4, will be on the road at 0-6 Sam Houston State. Sam Houston State, who's scoring out the FBS worst 11.2 points per game and giving up 24.7, 13.5 in the hole on average every game. According to multiple sports books and everywhere else, they're a 4.5-point favorite. Florida International, 19.7 points on offense, 27 points on defense. That makes it -7, -8. They're saying because of the starting quarterback, I forgot his name, and I apologize for that, who was like 117th out of the 130 teams in FBS. Like, you're right. He played some tough defenses that were 80s, 90s, 100s. Not great on defense. He's playing one of the top 3 worst defenses in the... Well, Sam Houston's defense is not on there. They have a good run defense. They have this, they have that. They're giving up 24 points a game. No, they don't. Their defense is their calling card. Their offense sucks. The insiders, because I use Vegas Insiders for my lines and all the information about it, my betting lines. The insiders and the sports books agree Sam Houston State's getting their first ever win in FBS because there's 2 teams who do not have any win, don't have a win this year. Nevada and Sam Houston State, who's in their first year in FBS. They're looking for their first ever win. Well, I'm going against the insiders, and I'm going against the sportsbook. This reeks of that game with Middle Tennessee State. I forgot who they were playing, where Middle Tennessee was getting blown out and destroyed by everybody, and they were a favorite at home. I said, I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid. They're going to win. They're not going to win this game. I went on my gut on that one, and I was right. I'm going to my gut on this one. I don't trust Sam Houston State. I'm picking Florida National to not only cover the spread, which means they'll lose by less than... I'm picking them to win outright. I just don't know what the hell they're thinking here. All right. Second game is 4-3 New Mexico State at 2-5 UTEP. New Mexico State's a 3-point road favorite. Mexico State scoring 30 points per game, giving up 23.1, so basically 6.9, 7 points a game. UTEP scoring 17.7, which is bad, and giving up 26.1. 8.5 points a game. So they're 8.5 in the hole versus a team who's 6, almost 7 in the positive. That's a 15-point swing. People are saying New Mexico State's going to have some problems because this is a road game, and they're going to have issues and they have injuries. I'm not buying it. I'm not playing into it. I'm picking New Mexico State to win this game and cover that spread easily. I just don't know where some of these people are getting these ideas from. Now, what the heck's been going on the last few days? Okay. I have to fast forward, or rewind back, I should say fast forward. Rewind back to Saturday. I'm on my way in, back to my home terminal. And I got a call from the weekend dispatch. that asked me when I'm coming back in. So I'm going to come back in today, and you be able to go out to work on Monday or Tuesday. So I'm going back out Monday. Because you have to have your 34-hour layover, and basically if you come in on Saturday, if you come in Saturday after a certain point, you're going back out on Monday. You come in Friday at a certain point. If you're early, you come in on Sunday. If you go out on Sunday, you know, that's basically what you want to do, unless you want to have a 2 full day weekend. Basically, here's the deal. I got told we have a problem. I'm really hoping you can help us with it. Okay. What's the problem? Well, we had a driver picked up a load in Nogales, Arizona, right on the Mexican border. He's supposed to drop the trailer in Memphis, pick up a trailer there, and take it back to his yard, which... Damn, I forgot the name of the yard. It's a little small town in Tennessee, near the Alabama border. But anyway, supposed to go there. He's supposed to go to Memphis, pick up a trailer, drop the trailer off that he had, pick up a trailer in Memphis, and take it back to his yard. What he do instead? He bypassed Memphis completely and just dropped the trailer in his yard and went home. Really? So, what did that mean was the fact that and the trailer had to be in Memphis by 11. That means I had to leave the house by 3:30 to get to my terminal by 4:30, 4:45, until by 5 o'clock. I'm loaded and out the door so I can head to whatever his damn yard was. And I apologize, I'm forgetting where it was, but it was about an hour or so away. Get that trailer from there, you know, bobtail down, just a tractor, bobtail down, get the trailer and deliver it to Memphis by 11 o'clock. So, I agreed to this. Comes in Monday morning. I'm in the truck. I got everything in. It's about 4:45 in the morning. I'm logged into the Qualcomm here, and it's taking its time to load everything up. And once everything's loaded up, I'm putting the last couple of things away. And I got a phone call from Night Dispatch. Nobody called you? Nobody called me for what? Somebody already picked up that load and took it to Memphis. They were supposed to call you to tell you didn't have to come in early. Like, are you kidding me? Oh, I was so angry. Driver with his Jake brake. I'm in eastern Kentucky on I-64 on my way to Louisville. Anyway. So I sit in my truck for basically 3 hours. 2.5 hours, actually. And they give me a load going to North Carolina. Okay. They're getting on the last things on there, trying to figure out which trailer it's in. Let me know what's going on. I'm like, okay, fine. And then another message comes on the system. Says, hey, could you do us a favor and take a driver to another truck? We need that truck brought back here. I'm like, okay. And I'll do it. It's not because I'm like, I don't know, or feel pressure or anything. It's the fact that I have had my truck is broken down. Other drivers have picked me up to take me to another truck to get loaded, or to a motel, or in some cases took me back to my terminal so that way I can go home. Because the truck was going to be in the shop for several days. So sure, I'll let the guy in. No problem. So I go in there. I'm supposed to be waiting for a guy to come and pick him up. And he's telling me he's got to pick up a trailer in Ellenwood, Georgia. I'm like, I'm going to North Carolina, not Georgia. He calls up and goes, oh, I'm sorry, I gave you the wrong name. You're not taking him. He's not going. Just do your thing. Okay, so I'm doing my thing. So I go over and it's in another yard. I'm going to go pick it up. Outside of Nashville. And on the way there, I called, hey, we got another guy who needs a ride to pick up a truck. He's actually at where you're going. He'll be there waiting. I need you to pick him up and take him to a truck in North Carolina. And I just blurted out, how many drivers need to get picked up or be taken somewhere to go pick up a truck? I said 5. What's going on here? I'll tell you later. Never did tell me anything. Okay. So, pick up this guy. Nice guy, great guy. But he mentioned the fact that I told him I do this stuff on YouTube and whatnot. We talked some college football, but he didn't want to be on video or me recording a video while he was in the truck. Like, okay. All right, I can do that. Won't record it. All right, fine. So we have to head down to North Carolina. By the time I had done this, and I had started early to go to pick up this other guy and waited, because I had to move my truck to go get to where he was at, which is like a mile or so away. I had to start my day, sit around waiting on this, not him, go to other place, wait on getting him. And I'm like 2 hours behind. And then I got to say, I need you to take it to his place to drop him off before you come into yours. I'm like, I won't be able to make mine on time. You know, and this is, you need to do this. This is his dispatcher was talking to me. We don't have the same dispatcher, the same driver manager. And I'm like, so you tell me to do that, then why don't you send me a message in writing that you want me to do that? So when this thing goes south, I have a picture of who did this, and they know exactly whose head to come after. Because it won't be me. What happened? He never sent it. I went and did it, but I did record. I had a little thing to... He ended up sending a message later on saying, yeah, please go take him to here, there, and there. So he actually admitted it. Put it down. Now, I'm driving down. I realized because of all these problems, I'm going to be late. So we had a team drive. I had to sign out of the truck, and he took over driving my truck for 2 to 3 hours. So I could came back in, and I could finish up the trip and enough hours to do everything. Well... So what happened was, we get down there, there's no truck. There's a trailer, there's no truck. The driver took it home with him to his new house because he got fired, and he isn't telling them where it is. So he's got to go with me, and I'm almost out of hours because I was actually, he was said he was, truck isn't there. We're going to have you stay in the motel room, and we'll figure this out in the morning. It's like, you go ahead and leave. Okay, I leave. I go down. His dispatcher comes in and says, you had no right to leave without calling me. I'm like, it's 11 o'clock at night. Nobody's in. Nobody's supposed to call you. Well, you should have known I'd want you to. I should have known one of these little routines. Stop acting like a baby. Anyway. So, comes in. Get this done. I had left about 15, 20 miles away. And I had to double back to come pick him up to take him on my load. And by that time I had doubled back. I didn't have enough hours to get where I needed to go. So he had to tag in again and drive us the rest of the way up there. Got unloaded. I started loading where I was at 6:30 in the morning. Got done about 10. Drove back to where we had delivered to, which was actually... his truck was in Jacksonville, North Carolina. And I was delivering in Wilmington, North Carolina. I'm trying to remember everything. But yeah, Wilmington, North Carolina. So he drove us to Wilmington, got unloaded, got out, drove back down to Jacksonville. Found where and on the way down, we said they found where the guy's address where he has it. It's not that far from there. You can go pick up the truck and leave. Just follow him back to wherever he needs to go. I'm like, okay, fine. So we go down there. I park. You said you can't. It's a residential neighborhood. You will not be able to get the tractor and the trailer in there. You're going to have to drop the trailer here in the yard. We had to clear it with the place that had it because when he took the trailer home, he dropped his trailer in that yard and hadn't paid the fee. It's a $5 fee per day to park a trailer. He hadn't paid in 3 months. So the office had to pay that debt to get the trailer take off so they can take the trailer out. Told them we're going to go get the new other truck, the place that had it. We're going to go get the truck and hook up to it and take my trailer. We had to drop mine so we can go get it. And he said, oh, you got to go in the residential? It's like right down the road here, like 10 minutes away. Like, he's like, oh, yeah, you can't get a truck down those streets. You can barely get a car. So she had no problem with us dropping trailers, dropping my trailer, and me riding my truck over to that one. Get there. It's locked. No keys. Call dispatch. Where are the keys in this thing? They called the guy up. He answers the phone. He says he's at the hospital with his wife. So he won't be able to come in, and he plans on spending the night in the hospital. I'm like, dude, yeah, I opened up a can of soda. I realized why I'm gagging so much, and I apologize for that, is I haven't drank anything in 6 hours. I was just going on the road and zoning out and listening to music. Also, the reason I'm drinking that is because I'm out of water. I gotta stop at this next truck stop and get me a case. Anyway. Thank you for not hitting me. But anyway. We get in the truck, kind of on there. He calls the guy up. He's not back with it. And I was like, oh, yeah, I remember it. I put the key inside the headlight on the driver's side. So you gotta pop the hood open, get the bulb out where the bulb is, pull the key out, put it back, get in the truck. Truck won't start. It's been sitting so long. Turns out that truck had fired in late July. Actually, not late July. I'm screwing up. But we opened up the truck, we went through, we found his book, and he had tickets from August 23rd. He says that was the day before he got fired. So he got fired on August 24th. It was a little over a month ago. And okay. Go in, get the truck going. We had to call a mechanic, get the truck jumped. And the batteries going. The batteries are dead. The APU, which is the sleeper back here, has an APU, its own power supply. It's not running off the engine. It has its own batteries. So that way you can run the air conditioner and lights and charge your cell phone, all the other stuff in there. Well, there is a relay between the power supply from the batteries and the power to the APU, the switch. There's a relay cable that goes between the two. It's basically like a buffer. He took the relay cable. He also took a couple of the relays for the that were by the, not relays, but cables by the batteries. So the batteries were basically completely dead. And it took an hour to get those things up to, like, you have the charge on the thing. When you have a truck here, it has your battery power. It says, like mine right now, because I'm off duty. Now, the truck's not running. It says 13.1 volts, and battery power, battery storage is at 98%. His would have like 13.9 with 0%. Cells were dead. He has to get brand new batteries, but there's nowhere near to has batteries, so he's gonna have to drive the truck. He had to drive the truck to a truck stop to get new batteries put in. So then I drive, or start driving. Then I get told, hey, there's a driver stuck right now. He is stuck at the Pilot up the road. He needs a ride to his truck too. Okay. Picked him up, drove him to his truck, which was actually a team driver. His partner was supposed to wait on him. His partner was so out of his mind, I don't know on what, that he left his driving partner behind, his teammate behind. He just took off. So, got the two in the meet, dropped him off, and then I ended up, about an hour later, I stopped at a Petro and went to sleep. That's when I made the top 25 yesterday. Now I'm on my way to Louisville. Now, I'll get this in real quick because I know this video is long. But, why were all these trucks getting picked up? Okay. The company I work for and a lot of trucking companies have, it's like one major company with different divisions. Well, there's, I don't know how many divisions are part of this thing anymore. The parent company I have, but there's like several. And some are specializing in my company, like freight. Some do cold haul, which is refrigerated loads. Some's warehousing. Some is truck rentals and trailer rentals. Some is also trucking and a combination of it. And there's just a bunch of stuff everywhere. Well, all the trucks that were getting picked up and all the trailers belonged to one of the other companies. It didn't belong to mine. So everybody's saying, I don't know why, I don't know why, I don't know. So I'm like, I called my old buddies. Let's just start. I made fast friends with him my first 2 weeks. Because I was actually driving team with him for 2 weeks before he went solo and I went solo. Got to be fast friends, still good friends to this day. And I said, okay, you know everything. What's going on? He says, oh, that division that all those trucks came from? Yeah, they're shutting it down. Huh? They're starting the process. End of the fiscal year, start of the next 2024 fiscal year, the company's going to shut down. Says that one. Not the whole thing, just that part. Says, why? Says, because of some of the contracts they had and because of some of the one of the minority owners of the whole thing runs this other company. And because of that, he hired friends of his, and his friends made hires of drivers. Well, when that company shuttered and started this process of closing down, everybody got switched over to my company, and they started doing the process of going through screenings for everybody. You know, trying to do everything on here. Do checks for this, check for on there, any outstanding tickets you have. Standard thing they do with everybody. Because owner of my company is very strict on his things. He wants you to be up to date on everything, to be a professional, to not have any major mistakes, to not have any tickets, to not have any problems. He doesn't like that. He's very strict about that. But it's safety. That's his concern, his main concern. Our safety as drivers and the public's. So I have no problem with that. I've heard varying numbers. All I can tell you is this. Everybody in the office staff, except for 2 people, got canned. And there's, okay, I can't say the exact numbers, I don't know, so we'll say at least 150 drivers from the other company. If they were new hires being brought into the one I work for, only 20 passed certification. The other 130 plus were fired. So we're picking up trailers from people who've gotten fired. Explains why they weren't exactly receptive. But, and it turns out one of the guys, I mean, in this video with this part, this may be one of the funniest parts. The previous owner's best friend's dad was a driver. 79 years old, still driving. Now, he did, like, local stuff. He lived near Nashville. He would go to Nashville, pick up a load from there, go down to Memphis, drop it off, pick up a load in Memphis, come right back. That was his day, 5 days a week. Slept in his own bed every night. Basically like a very extended local, short regional route. He asked him to do over the road. I know what I'm doing. I can go anywhere. Anytime anybody says that, you already know, I know what I'm doing, means they don't know what they're doing. But anyway, we get there. He gets lost. The truck gets lost and stuck in downtown Washington, D.C. He's supposed to be going to, I forgot the name of the town they told me, I'm forgetting. It's just outside of Philadelphia. He got stuck there. He also went, and somehow he got out of that, and then got stuck in downtown Baltimore. Going the opposite direction from where he's supposed to be going. At the CB towers are here. So a local driver, was there, dropped his trailer in our area near Baltimore, bobtailed in, found this guy, helped him get out, led him back to his trailer, where he got his, led this guy up to near Philadelphia where he's supposed to deliver the load to, dropped that trailer. He picked his load up. He already had his. He followed him up, and they both were going back to Nashville. So they spent the weeks going back to Nashville. This is this guy's first week on the job. He couldn't stick with him, and he got lost again. They found him back on a 50-mile detour, but they found him again. And needless to say, once he got back to Nashville, he got fired. Because he drove the truck over multiple walls, short walls, and then he had 3 accidents, small ones, in that time, going up and back. Crazy. But anyway, we're almost getting our time limit here, so thanks everybody for watching the video. If you haven't done already, please like, comment, and subscribe. Everything helps. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Hope you're having a great day. Be safe, and please be good to each other.